am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my...
Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel if you've been here already, or welcome if you're new. My name is Cherise. I make all kinds of fitness, dance related, beauty content. If that's your thing, don't forget to like and subscribe. So recently I lost 10 kilograms. I did this poll thing and asked you guys what video you'd like next, and the majority of you voted to know exactly how I lost 10 kilograms. Firstly, I'm going to give you a little bit of a background. I gained a lot of weight in a very stressful time period in my life in 2018. I struggled to lose that weight for years. Every time I lose a kilo, I get 2 back. Every time I lose maybe 3 kilos, then maybe I get 1 back. Eventually I reached a stage where I was 88 point something kilos, and I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. Something has to work. I tried Herbalife, I tried keto, I tried fad diets. I'm telling you right now, none of that. There is such an easy way to lose weight, and it doesn't have to be that difficult. So I'm in no ways a professional, but I have tried so many methods, and I'm just a housewife. Natural is best. I did natural. I used no supplements. I didn't diet. I didn't do anything that 99% of people do. My way of losing weight was very different. So stick around if you want to see at some points. Might be valid to you, some points not. Feel free to ask me any questions. I will gladly answer. So I have 15 points that I made of how I lost this weight. My first tip is go the extra mile. Try that 1% extra every day. For example, now we'd all be sitting down, eating or something, and my youngest child is like, oh, I need some tomato sauce. I'm going to get some tomato sauce. I'm like, let me go do that for you. Get up, go get that tomato sauce, bring it for her. I'm not saying be a slave for people in any ways. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if you're tired, rest. But those few little steps here and there really did add up in the end. I used to be the person, like most people are, like, you leave someone else to go do it. If they want something, they can go fetch it. Now, I will gladly offer when I feel like it. For example, washing. My husband and I on a weekend when he's off will be like, who's hanging it up? I'll do it. Hanging up washing, getting some sunlight and getting some, arm exercises, which by the way, hanging up washing did help a lot. Those are just some examples, but try and do that little bit extra when you have that energy. Do that extra. Walk the stairs, or you don't even need to leave your house to do these things. And a lot of the tips I'm going to give you involve not leaving the house, because I live in South Africa and it's a bit scary to just go walking, I feel that way. I don't know how other people feel. Secondly is one you will not expect. Everyone says up your protein. I get that. I did up my protein, but fat. Don't cut it out. Up your fat. And I'm not saying anyway bad fats. You need to learn what is good fat and what is bad fat. Did you know that your brain is made up of fatty matter? So how are you supposed to think clearly if you're not feeding your brain? Your skin dries out, you need fat. It must be a big part of your diet, and not bad fat, good fats. So the fats that are increased drastically is coconut oil. Coconut oil, I'll eat it out the tub like that. It does not make you fat, I promise. I actually read a study where years ago a farmer tried to fatten up his pigs or something like that. They were working with coconuts to try and fatten up these pigs, and they found that the pigs were getting lean and muscles, you know? Coconut oil doesn't make fat. Whoever told you that lies to you. Also, coconut oil is called MCTs, I think medium chain triglycerides or something like that. Look into it. These are things your body needs, and it makes me so upset when people say eat low fat. I don't eat low fat anything, not at all. And look at my skin, it glows. It's not oily, it's moisture. You need moisture in your body. I eat a lot of avocado, but now that it's summer again, now I'm slowing down on that. But in winter I eat a lot of avocado. Oh, just don't pair high fat with high carb. You will gain weight from that. So if you're gonna go higher fat, higher protein is good, but don't go eating high fat, higher protein, and then you go eat a bag of chips, you know, a lot of carbs. It's not gonna work. It's gonna make you fat. So also watch your food pairings. But yes, back on the fat. Olive oil, I eat olive oil. Like if I'm eating food, I just chuck olive oil in it, like all the time. I like fatty food. I don't know, it's just so full of flavor. I eat butter, like cow's milk butter. Go and eat that. It's full of vitamins. It's so pure. Do yourself a favor and go and take a brick of margarine and a brick of butter and just look at the ingredients. The one is filled with all kinds of chemical and this and TBHQs and whatever. You don't even know what that is. And when you look at butter, it's cream and salt. Like, why would you want to put the alternative in your body? It took me a long time to figure that out, but from switching from not eating much fat to eating good quality fat, I've seen a massive difference. I don't eat any seed oils at all. I feel it wrecked my gut. It caused so much inflammation in my body. If you take anything away from here, stop seed oils. Canola oil is the worst. Point number 3 actually goes hand in hand with point number 2. Do your research on your food. Like I just explained to you with a brick of butter and a brick of margarine. Don't eat chemical. Eat food. If it is Beyond Meat, whatnot, maybe there's a little bit of mushroom in there, but the rest is chemical. Go and learn your chemicals. Learn your food. Do your research. Open your own eyes to your ingredients, because no one could tell me nothing. I'm like, you're lying. It can't be that. And finally, when I was ready, I opened my own eyes, did my own research, started Google these E's. I mean, once I Googled E something, it ended up being cockroach. Why? Like to color food, a cockroach. I'm sorry, I'd rather eat cow milk butter than cockroach. Substitutes are not always better. I eat real sugar. I know real sugar is not the greatest for you, but in moderation, it's not that bad. People get ADHD and all that stuff from excess amounts of sugar, kids especially. I eat real sugar. I try to get the majority of my sugar from fruit. That's also a big thing I changed. I never used to eat fruit. I love fruit now. I eat anything that's seasonal. I try and eat seasonal. It's so much cheaper because, for example, an avocado now in South Africa is like 20 something rand for one little avo, where a month ago I paid 25 rand for a kilogram of avos. 1 month. So just shop seasonal. Don't eat things when they're expensive. Substitutes are not always better. This I mean especially with sugar, because for example, did you know a can of sugar-free Red Bull, I think it's Red Bull, has, I'm not 100% on my facts here, you could, like I said, go research for yourself. I researched so much, my brain is like in overload. But half of that can is pure artificial sugar. Just half that can, which is a chemical. It's not even a plant. It's man-made. It's not good for you. Point number 5, work on building muscle. So for a long time I did mainly cardio, HIIT, that type of thing, which is really good for you. I'm not in any way saying don't do cardio. I'll get to that point later about cardio. Focus mainly on strength training. I did muscle training. Do you know how nice it is when you really don't feel like doing anything and you're so lazy but you're just lifting weights. You're not even getting out of breath, but you're actually enjoying it, and the next you can feel all your muscles are like tight and it just feels so good. Compared to the DOMs, you know, that you get from cardio. So basically what I did is I built a lot of lean muscle on my body. You'll see my Chloe Ting challenge. That's when I saw the greatest results, when I did an hourglass challenge, which was mostly weightlifting. I've done a couple of weightlifting challenges. There's Caroline Girvan's Fuel series. I did that. I'll link everything that like worked for me, the videos that you can go back and see those. But work on training your muscles. I would say like 3 days a week I would train muscle training, and then the other 2 days like a cardio, depending what program I'm doing for YouTube at the moment. But prioritize weight training. That's all I'm saying. What happened now is like for the last 2 weeks, I think I exercised 1 day in 2 weeks, and I've lost another kilogram. My body is burning fat now without me even trying. This is like the sweet spot you get to. When you've put in all that hard work and you stay consistent, and then eventually you just don't have to do anything. You're living your healthy habits. It comes effortlessly, and the weight just falls off without exercise, without anything. Although I need to start exercising soon again because I'm losing a bit of muscle mass, and that again will put me back to where I started. So take your breaks if you need to. A week without exercise is not going to harm you, 2 weeks even, but get back onto it as soon as possible once you've rested. Point number 6 is make your cardio fun. So I do weight training most of the time, and then what I do for cardio is dancing. You'll see I do a whole bunch of dance challenge shorts. It's so fun for me. It's so challenging for me. I love the process of practicing it. It really builds up a sweat. You're working all different parts of your body. I'm trying to learn more advanced dances now, and it's like a hobby. I turn your hobby into cardio, or make your cardio your hobby. So for example, if you like walking, go for walks, especially after you've had a meal. Like I said, I don't go for walks at the moment. I don't feel very safe. You know the crime rates in South Africa. Like, I'm not going to go walking around alone. But walk if you want to, dance if you want to. My little one, she does the gymnastic stuff. The other day I was doing handstand and cartwheels on the grass with the kids. Your cardio must be fun. It must be something, because it's very difficult to go and do cardio when you have zero motivation. So make that one fun. This one is for me. I actually feel scared to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Skip breakfast. So I intermittent fast. I have my 3 meals a day, but I don't eat it the classic way everybody else does. I have my breakfast lunchtime, I have my lunch supper time, and then right before I sleep at night I have munchies, and that's usually what I would have eaten for breakfast. And my body burns fat like that. I've trained it to get used to that routine. I've been eating like that for more than a year already. That works for me. Breakfast does not work for me. I like to eat really late at night, and I found a way to eat really late at night without ruining my digestion and all that stuff, because it also depends what you eat late at night. I like to make those yogurt bites with, I use Greek yogurts with blueberries and a little bit of melted chocolate over it. You know, it hits that sweet spot at night. And if you want even more sweet, you add a bit of honey on top for extra sweetness. Some days I crave that extra sweetness, you know? Perfect for your gut. And the more raw, the better. So like that was a perfect snack. It didn't involve any baking, cooking, anything. So I even eat my grapevine's leaves now. That's a new thing I tried because my iron was shorter. Like I said, do your research. Do things, learn, want to learn. Go research things, look for things. You'll bump your head a couple of times along the way. I mean, I made sauerkraut last week. I've never eaten it before. I tasted it today. It looks right, but it tastes so funky, I can't eat it. And I also don't know if it's right or not because I've never eaten sauerkraut before. So experiment with things. Get enough sleep. Everybody will tell you this, but I'm going to give you some tips instead to help you sleep. Red light therapy. Turn your bedroom's light into a red light. So even if you lie in your bed at night and you are watching things like we're not supposed to do on our phones and devices, the red light cancels out the blue light. So I have found it does make a bit of a difference with my sleeping. I also use blinds, I don't use curtains. I totally block out the lights in my room at night. In the morning when I get up, I get up. If you get up, go use the bathroom, whatever, and you've seen that light and you come lie down again, it messes everything in the circadian rhythm. So get up and look at the lights. Kickstart that circadian rhythm. And then in the evening also, you can go outside a bit when the sun is setting. I like to get my vitamin D then, you know. Anyways, you can meditate. I personally don't meditate. I pray. When I pray, I feel like that helps me center my thoughts, and I pray. Praying helps me. Praying is like my meditation. It's like my perfectly private alone time, and it's so peaceful for me. I feel so good after I pray. So that's me. You find what works for you. You can do a night routine as well, as there's a cue or something, and then reward, you know, that's just something. I'll still speak to you guys about that one day. So like a cue would be, for example, I have a cup of tea before I come to bed at night. So my brain already, while I'm drinking that tea, it starts switching off. It's like, okay, Cherise, you're gonna go sleep now. It's a habit I've created. So I take literally 30 seconds to fall asleep in the night. If I turn around, it's 30 seconds, lights out. So I don't have that sleeping problem anymore. Also don't drink caffeine so late. Yeah, when I drink caffeine past for me personally, 5 o'clock is it. Like, I'm good after 5. If I just stop at 5. Point number 9, make your bed every morning. So by doing that, it actually got me up. Even though I didn't have anything to do for the day, I'll go sit in the lounge and edit a bit or whatever, but I found that I'm more productive making up my bed in the morning, and it makes me feel good. And when I feel good, I want to do more. So that was like another cue thing for me to help me lose weight, because getting out of bed, making it up, I'm not going to get back into it. It gets me going. So 9 times out of 10, I'll go do a workout after that. Or if I don't feel like working out in the morning, I'll do it in the evening. Depends on the weather. Like it's summer now, morning's better now. Winter, I prefer evenings. Number 10, prioritize self-care. When you feel good on the outside, you feel good on the inside. Well, when you look good on the outside, you feel good on the inside. I noticed that the more effort I put into my appearance, into my skin, into my drinking more water to hydrate my skin. I hate it when it looks dehydrated, and the water helps me again lose weight. Doing skincare, like physically being busy, putting things on your face and stuff, it works on the arms, you know? Like, it's these little things that all add up. A calorie here and a calorie there, and then you don't have to count. You just know you're burning these calories. 11 is affirmations and changing the way that you talk to yourself. So I used to be so frustrated, like, I'm so fat, I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want to wear this, I have nothing to wear, I'm too fat, I'm this, I'm too fat. The more I told myself I'm too fat, the fatter I got. I started faking it literally till I made it. Every morning I get up, I look myself in the mirror, and as these negative thoughts start, I counteract them with positive ones. So I'll be like, thinking my face looks puffy today. Then I say, oh, I must have eaten something that caused a bit of inflammation, but I'll be fine tomorrow again. You know, like that. Don't overthink, because sometimes you do eat things that do cause inflammation. Or ladies, it's that time of the month, our bodies are a swollen like bag. It feels terrible. We all know that. But yeah, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, be nicer and kinder to yourself. I was in a fight or flight because I attacked myself that bad. So I had a lot of stress in me from my own critique. Don't do that to yourself. It's just self-sabotage. If you speak kindly about yourself, what you speak happens. So I'm smart. I can do this. Not I can't do this. I'm too stupid. You know? Change it. Even if you don't believe it, eventually from saying it over and over to yourself, you're going to start believing it. Number 12, get sunlight. So yes, this is the first year in my entire life that I threw away my sunblock. And I tanned for about 3 hours in direct sun, and I don't look like a tomato. I've actually built up my melanin. Compared to what I was like a month ago, I was so pale. I started gradually and now I've built it up nice. And even my kids, they use zero sunblock. We're in South African sun, it's boiling hot. I haven't burned any blisters. sun energizes me and I feel amazing. Sometimes I'll put a bit of coconut oil. It has a light, like SPF reaction. Eating blueberries also has like a SPF reaction in your body. So there are natural ways to handle the sun a bit better. Just research them. You'll be so shocked when you go looking and go asking questions on Google, you'll find things. Number 13 is people say, don't weigh yourself every day. I say, weigh yourself as much as possible. The scale is not gonna lie. The scale told me very nicely when I ate things wrong, and that's how I learned not to eat the wrong things. And by wrong, I mean those unhealthy fats. Nothing else should be cut out. Your chocolate should not be cut out. Your sugar doesn't have to be cut out. It should be reduced, and find natural alternatives as best as possible, but not fake alternatives. So, as for weighing regularly, the sun's starting to set. What I found is when I weigh regularly is that I'm actually keeping track of, am I drinking enough liquids, that kind of stuff, because your weight will go down gradually when you're healthy. When you're unhealthy, it's doing this the whole time. So I always knew something is wrong when it's up, down, like that. But when I tracked it, I could see what was working for me. So you can also see what works for you if you track your weight more regularly. Point number 14 is don't give a specific angle. When I said to myself, I want to weigh 65, when I made myself that goal, everything in my body kicked against it. Now I just said I want to lose weight to a point where I am happy with my body. It could take me years, it could take me months, it could take me days. There isn't a time period and there is no specific angle. So I'm not fixated on a number, I'm fixated on how I'm feeling. And that's made all the difference to me. Tweak things in your life to make it permanent. So for example, when people say getting 10,000 steps a day, how are you going to get 10,000 steps a day? How am I? I get 10,000 steps a day in my house without even having to leave it, because I've found ways. I've got like a whole routine of how I clean my house in the morning, things I do, dance practice when I work, things like that. Tweak things that it can fit in with your lifestyle. Don't ever follow someone else's diet. Do your own thing. Like, I'm giving you tips now, but what work for me might not work for everybody else. It won't work for everybody else. But it's just a few tips to help you try things your own way. So I hope you found this video helpful, and let me know if there's any questions or if you'd like something similar to this in the future. I'd be more than willing to make more videos like this. This is my diet currently. I don't believe in diets. I never restricted myself. I've never drank protein powders. I don't take any supplements. I drink water, coffee. I'm not fond of alcohol. I used to smoke. I quit smoking. That is me. Like, we're all different. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck with your weight loss journey ahead. And if I can help in any way, like I said, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Please don't forget to like this video, as it helps push it out in the algorithm. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time.